What is going on, guys? My name is John and thank you for clicking on this video. So, the MACD indicator. Everybody has a different opinion about it. Everybody uses it differently. Everybody thinks they trade at certain points with it differently. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube of where people are trying different strategies. They're trying different ways to use the indicator. They're mixing it with other indicators, just involving more noise. I just wanted to kind of get a solid grasp on what this indicator, what's its main power, where are we going to use this and find the most success at? Are we going to mix it with other indicators? Because there are indicators that you mix, and there's some that kind of you use that sole indicator and then you add other indicators to mix in to make that one indicator better. And I feel like that's what the MACD is throughout my whole time using the MACD indicator. So without further ado, moving over to the charts. I don't have a script or anything. This is literally just straight off the dome. I have a little bit of notes down here from what I've learned and little things that I've seen when using the MACD indicator. So here's the strategy. All right, you can't even use the MACD indicator alone. I'm also using the 200 exponential moving average, the 200 EMA. You can find all these indicators. I use TradingView. Most people use TradingView. You're going to see TradingView used a lot on YouTube. If you don't use it, I suggest you use it. And it's free, unless you want the little perks to get more indicators and stuff like that. This strategy only takes 2 indicators, so you don't even have to freaking buy the stupid. You don't even have to buy the plan on the platform to use this strategy. So what the strategy is, other people have done similar strategies to it. So this is the one that I used when I did my testing for a little bit over 4 months. I believe I started my testing on, and it was all back testing. I started my testing on, it was March 6th. And then it ended around July 26, 2020. So it's a little bit over 4 months, or a little bit under 4 months, sorry. So to determine if we're going to be going long or short, you need to make sure we know which side the price is on the EMA. So for this example here that I have shown to you guys right now, price is going above the 200 EMA. And as you can see clearly, that red line, that little skinny red line, is the 200 EMA. So we're going to only be looking for buys right now. Solely buys. And then for the sell side, it would just be opposite. We'd be only looking for sells if price action is going to be on the other side of that 200 EMA. And we are only trading when the MACD gives us a signal in a way of the crossover. So the MACD has 2 lines, the signal line and then the moving average line. The moving average line, I believe, is the blue line, and the signal line, I believe, is the orange reddish line. On the MACD indicator, as you can see down below. It doesn't really matter which line, if you get the lines mixed up. All you need to know is the blue line crosses the red one, all right? And that is your signal to go long or short, but you are only going to go long if the crossover is going to be below the MACD 0 line. So there's a 0 line. You see the middle of the MACD indicator, there's a histogram, and the middle of that histogram is a 0 line. So the crossover, I'm going to be pointing to some crossovers. We have a couple crossovers here. Those are our signals. And determining where price action is on the 200 EMA side and our signals with the MACD, that's going to tell us if we're going to be going long or short and when we're entering the trade. Of my 4-month period of testing the MACD indicator, I came out with around 127 trades, and I ended up with a lot of winners and a lot of losers. So I'm going to be showing you all the trades. They're going to be going by really fast. It took me about an hour to do all the trades. I didn't count all the trades up until I finished all the trades, because when I was testing a little bit earlier, I kind of saw myself like looking at, like, every time I finished a trade and I put 1 mark on the wins, 1 mark on the lose. I'm like, in my head, I want this to be a profitable strategy, right? So I'm like, I feel like I'm moving, my stops and my take profits a little bit better. I just said scratch that, and I'm going to just enter all the trades, and I'll count them all up at the end. So I have no sort of bias or indicator telling me where I'm at what point in time. I'll just count them up all at the end. And so here are all the trades. We're going to be looking at them now. Okay, so as I have all these trades going on in the background for you guys to watch me taking all the trades, So the white side is going to be my risk zone. So that's going to be the zone that holds my stop loss. And then the side that's probably kind of hard to see is going to be my take profit zone. So I made those colors. Emotion is a really big part in trading. That's why most traders don't do so well, is because they trade too much with emotion, and it's really hard. That's probably one of the biggest things to master when it comes to trading. So I don't like seeing a red zone and a green zone. I want furthest things away from red and green, because green means, ooh, you're doing good. Red means, ooh, you're doing bad. So I don't want anything, psychological coming into play here. So I just think having some neutral colors as my zones of, to display my stop loss and take profit is just best suited for me. So a couple things that I've learned when using this strategy: don't change the indicator. I've tried changing values of the MACD from the standard values, trying to see if I can get earlier entries. I mixed a couple MACDs together. Like, I had two MACDs on my chart. One had different settings, one was original, and I was trying to use those as well, and it's not worth it. Just keep it the same default settings that come with. I think it's 12, 26, 9. Just keep those default numbers that TradingView comes with, or TradingView puts the MACD at default. Just keep those numbers. You're really doing yourself a favor, trust me. And so what I did is I took every single setup, no matter how choppy the market was, no matter how sketchy it looked. If my crossover was on the correct side of the zero line on the MACD and price was on the correct side of my 200 EMA, I took the trade. Okay, and not everyone's perfect. Sometimes people take bad trades, so I took all those choppy trades that might seem a little like I don't really know where to put stops, this and that. Like, everyone makes mistakes. I took every single signal that the MACD gave me, every single one that I saw. Granted, I was just kind of vibing out, listening to music while I was trading for about an hour, doing all this testing that you guys are seeing in about 4 minutes. So if I missed one setup, it's possible I could have missed one setup or maybe two. But I did my best to kind of focus on the strategy and following all the rules to a T. So I took every single setup, every single signal, and I came out with the results of that. No matter what, choppy market, this and that. If price was on the correct side and the indicator was on the correct side, I took the trade. That's kind of the biggest takeaways I have from the strategy, is just follow it to a T. And at least I've proven it to myself that it's a profitable strategy. I encourage you guys to go out there and test it for yourself. I'm sure you guys are doing that now if you're already watching this video. I plan on making a lot more indicator videos because trading is just a big passion of mine. It's became a big passion of mine, and I love trying to find different ways of how to take advantage of the market to make this, a well-sustainable way of income. Any suggestions that you guys might have, leave them down below in the comments. Tell me any indicators you guys like yourself or that you might want to see me try. I'm probably going to be doing other videos with indicators anyways, but if you have any suggestions, maybe there's indicators I don't know about, or whatever indicator you might want to see next, just let me know. And so when I finally concluded all my trades together, I had a total of 73 wins and I had 54 losses, and my risk reward ratio was every time I won, I wanted to make 1.5 times my risk, and every time I lost, I lost my risk. My risk was, if my risk was $10, I wanted to make $15 off that risk, and if I lost my $10. But if I won, I made $15. So, all my losses got covered, and they got covered in profit, because if I win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, every time I win and every time I lose, I'm making a profit no matter what. So all my losses got covered. Plus, I'm positive, I believe, 19 trades that didn't have to cover any losses. So there's 19 trades where I won and they weren't covering any losses. That's just raw profit. It's not even profit that is supposed to cover my, that's supposed to cover my losses I may incur after the 4 months of data. So the strategy, it works. It 100% works. All you need to do is be disciplined, use it to your advantage. There's so many different strategies, so many other things people use. The biggest thing, I'm coming from, using a bunch of different tools, trying to figure out where the freak the market's going to go, and then enter a trade thinking that I think it's going to go one way, and then it ends up going the other way. And when you invest so much into some sort of strategy like that, when you're investing a lot of your mental power into trying to figure out where price is going to go next, and you lose, it's so hard on your mental. The biggest thing about, the biggest advantages to these indicator ways of trading is, one, you can test it to see if it even works in the long run if you're going to be profitable. Two, it takes a lot of the guesswork out. Like, that's the biggest thing. So as soon as you accept, you're going to lose trades and you're going to win trades, and then you go down an indicator way, a method of trading. It's a lot easier to just keep going with it, because maybe 1 week you're going to lose 3 in a row. During this testing, I've lost like 3 times in a row before, even more. But there was also a streak, and it happened very early on, where I won like 6 trades, 7 or 8 trades in a row, something like that. It was crazy. So you're going to have the lose streaks and you're going to have the win streaks, and the strategy is proven to be more profitable, towards the winning side. But also, I want to have a disclaimer for you guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just making this video purely for educational purposes only. You guys can see the results that I got messing around with the indicator. If you guys choose to go out and use this indicator and use your real money on it, I'm not responsible for anything that you might incur. This is only for educational purposes only, of course. I wouldn't be responsible for any of that. Of course, why would I? This is just for you to see the kind of results that I've got. This is just from my point of using the indicator. And I also used it on AUD JPY. So you using it on another chart, it could be different. It could be different on another chart. That's why you have to test. And so every time you use anything, I suggest you test. Always test. And that's that's the point of this video. So if you guys liked the video, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave me a dislike. And also, if you didn't like it, tell me what I can do better. Maybe what could be more helpful. Do I need to explain more? Do I need to do more representation of stuff, visualizations, illustrations, whatever? I'm okay at editing, so I can probably do a little bit of that. But I'm not a professional editor. Just novice. I know how to do a couple things. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions on any indicators as well. Anything you guys want me to try out. I'll be willing to try anything new out, because, like I said, this is a big passion of mine, and I love to see if things work or not. And it just further, goes to my knowledge, or influences me as a trader. So there's no harm in that. There's no harm in having more knowledge on what an indicator is best used for. Or if it even works. So yeah, any suggestions, leave it down below. I'm probably going to be making more videos, so if you guys like videos like this, make sure you subscribe, because all this is going to be free, of course. God, it's a whole another video that I need to talk about of people charging charging money for people to have to think that they need to pay someone to learn. You can find everything that I've learned pretty much was on the internet. After searching, after I've already paid for stuff. So all this stuff is free, man. All of this stuff is free. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying the content, please let me know what you would like to see next. I'll completely cover it for free. I really don't care what it is. It could be anything. Indicators testing, like I said before, helps me out a lot, and it will, it'll let me know what kind of direction I should take this type of content and channel in. But anyways, guys, have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. See you then. Bye.